All righty. So thank you guys for joining us for this Wednesday Tourism Forum. My name is Katie Keeney. If I have not met you yet, I am the Tourism Outreach and Engagement Coordinator for Travel Iowa. This is our fourth, our fourth forum, I believe. Yes, fourth forum. So we have appreciated all of you that have been able to join. Just a couple of notes before we get underway with today's topic, which is about a really exciting new gift card marketplace that we are going to be able to be working on. I have been receiving some notifications that our emails that I've been sending out twice a week have not been going out very well. So I am looking into our program, My Emma, which is the email program we are using now, to see where that issue lies. So for all of you that are on this call right now, I will be sending at the latest a follow-up email on Friday. That's typically when I've been sending out follow-up emails with information from the forum and other information we've gathered. So if you are not receiving on Friday late afternoon an email, please let me know so I can make sure I can figure out where those hiccups are, because I want to make sure everyone's getting this information that we are sharing. So another part of those notes is if you are joining us for the first time, we will have opportunities for questions. So if you wanted to fill that out in the chat option, if you're on your computer, there's a chat option. You could write it in. If you want to speak, you can unmute yourself on your computer when you hover over the microphone to unmute. If you are on your phone, you can hit *6 to unmute yourself. And also, if you're on your phone, this presentation will be put on our industry partners page on traveliowa.com/industry partners on our COVID-19 resources page. So I'll have a link to that there. Shortly following this webinar, considering it is recorded, that may take a little longer for that video recording to come to me. So I will get that up as soon as I can. And then that will also be linked in the eTraveler email that I'm going to send out on Friday at the latest. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I am going to actually pass this over now to Amy Ziegler, who is going to share her screen, and we'll be able to get underway with this exciting news for our gift card marketplace.
Yeah, hi guys. Happy whatever day it is, Wednesday. Before I get started, I just want to make sure, Ashley from Bandwango, are you on the line right now?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. I just wanted to make sure you were there, so when I turned it over to you, there was someone there to turn it over to. So to give everyone just a quick introduction to the gift card marketplace that we've been working on. A couple weeks ago when we started these chats, one of the things that we heard loud and clear from you guys was that we needed some kind of statewide merchant option, specifically for attractions and museums and things like that, restaurants. And we really started researching options at that point. And one of the options that we're going to present to you today, I think will meet a lot of people's needs, and it's going to be a really exciting program. We also know, and I've talked to several attractions who have said, you know, we weren't eligible for any of the federal funding. We weren't eligible for the small business grants that you guys did because we weren't necessarily open in March. Maybe you guys don't open until May, and you weren't able to show that economic impact or loss from March year over year in March and April. So we know that while we may not have had the biggest hit yet with things going the way they are, we wanted to make sure we had some kind of option in place for you guys to be able to still get some cash flow in and be able to inspire people to travel later. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. PowerPoint. Uh-oh. Is that working?
I get a very fuzzy screen.
Okay, hold on. Let me try again. I'll just share the screen. Is that working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good. Let me do full screen. All right, so with that, really we wanted to, this whole situation, we put it together really quickly. Like I said, we started talking about it just a couple of weeks ago. And it's a work in progress. So I ask that you bear with us as we go through this. I think there will be some questions still at the end, but we'll do our best to answer them. And just know that we are working really hard on this, and this came together super, super quickly. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Ashley McKenney with Bandwango. She is our representative there. And Ashley, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate you guys having me on today. So first and foremost, I just kind of wanted to start with who we are as a company, so you have a little bit of familiarity. And then I do, in conjunction with Amy, want to touch on the specifics for this program, this gift card and attraction admission voucher marketplace that we're going to be working on as a tool to help your state, wide businesses. So Bandwango is a technology company, and we specialize in the tourism space. So we are, fully focused on tourism solutions, tourism digital marketing, and a lot of our employees are former DMO employees, myself included. So our platform takes, paper passports or itineraries or coupon books of the past and puts them into a digital experience passport. And there's a lot of use cases that we have with clients across the US right now. You'll see on the screen, we have a museum pass in Houston. We have we have brewery and winery tasting passes. We have free savings passes. So that really is kind of the core of our business. But in addition to doing experiential passes, we can do standalone admission sales, tour bookings, et cetera, et cetera. And so we partner with DMOs or agencies or governmental entities like Travel Iowa to be really a tourism marketing tool for them and their partners as an additional option. So we can do paid and free passes. It is a mobile optimized website, so there's no app to download. You instantly get a text message via, your text and email, and all of your passes are ready to use, or your gift cards, et cetera, automatically. And then the other thing about us is we are a B2B company. So we are not, no one would ever see Bandwango from a consumer standpoint. It's always going to be Travel Iowa or another one of the destination partners that we work with, so that they, the consumer knows that this service and this is really brought to them by the tourism board that we're working with. And then we also have, the thought of putting one of these passes together and reaching out to 50, 80, 100 merchants and getting all their assets can be really daunting for organizations. So we handle all of that in-house. We have a dedicated merchant services team to gather all of that, et cetera, et cetera. So we really pride ourselves on trying to be a really good partner and providing a new avenue for digital marketing for our clients in the tourism space. I think yeah.
Did the screen move?
Yes. Do you want me to start on this one, Amy? Sorry, I forgot. Who's
Oh, no, that's okay. You go ahead and do this one. You go ahead.
Okay, cool. So kind of why we are working to partner with Travel Iowa on this gift card marketplace. We just launched one in Salt Lake City, and our platform is really a great resource for taking a lot of different businesses, types of businesses, types of offers, and putting them into one system, one web page, et cetera, et cetera. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing this. We can really open up this opportunity to a wide variety of business types in Iowa, and we can work with them on an individual basis to make sure that the offer or the specific admission or whatnot is really tailored to what your business wants or can handle. And then, this is a great promotional tool because of how our platform is set up for the Dream Now, Visit Later marketing campaign, and really push of, all right, let's support these businesses now while the, COVID is going on, but we have the ability to, have this pass on their phone, in their email, that they can use in 3 months. It's still easily accessible, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to make sure that money is getting into y'all's hands now, regardless of when it's being used. And then we also have the ability with our system, because it's all digital, we collect a lot of consumer data. That's, of course, really great for marketing purposes down the road. We collect, email addresses, phone numbers. That's a big thing for communicating with customers via text message. Obviously, their billing zip code. And then all of the data that we collect is available to our partners for their own uses. And so we really, there's a lot of data out in the tourism industry, but ours is always first party because it's coming directly from these consumers, whether it's a free or a paid pass that we're doing. So. And these are just a little bit of some examples of what it looks like on our system. So with this program, because of the diverse amount of potential businesses that could participate, you're going to either fit into one of two, segments. So the first one would be a gift card. And we've decided with Iowa that similar to our gift card marketplace in Salt Lake City, that they'll be available in increments of $10 or $25. Now, of course, this isn't a traditional gift card where the amount can be, slowly used across a bunch of different visits. We don't have a way of managing that with our system, which is why we felt that these smaller increments were good for the gift cards. Because, if you have $10 and you're going to a restaurant and it's $15, that's okay. But we don't want to put somebody in a position where they're buying a $50 gift card, they spend $30, and then we have no way of tracking that overage number. So of course, somebody can add, 3 $10 gift cards to their cart and have that amount. But we felt that those increments were good for the gift cards. And so a gift card would be applicable, of course, for a restaurant, a store, a bed and breakfast, anything like that, where there isn't a monetary value like that. And then on the other hand, for attractions, based on how our platform is set up, we felt that it's best, and also from a legality standpoint around restrictions for gift cards and stuff in the state of Iowa, to just do admission vouchers. And so you'll see on the bottom row of the screen, this is an example from our Houston Experience Marketplace. We can work with attractions to, say it's the zoo and they have a $20 adult ticket, a $10 child ticket. We can put those prices, those attributes directly into our system. The customer would say, okay, I want to come in a few months. I'm going to buy my tickets now and support the local organizations. And I want to bring my grandmother and my child, and I'm going to buy 3 tickets at these price points. And so when they come to your location, they have purchased that admission. Your staff knows that this was a program that you had participated in, and they can recognize those vouchers. I will talk about that in a little bit. But it's really on that price basis of exactly what you charge for that admission, as opposed to a gift card kind of a situation. So those are kind of the two segments that we're going to be working with in this program. And, you know, I'm sure if you guys have, hopefully I explained that clearly, but if you have questions, we can of course address those later on in the presentation.
Ashley, I do have one question. Just to clarify, on the gift cards, there are options to buy multiple $10 or $25 gift cards at one time, and then you can redeem those individual gift cards separately, correct? Or all at once?
Yes, that is correct. So
Okay.
I probably should have included something on this, but when you click add to cart, as you'll see on this product card, there's two kind of selections. So you'll see a $10 one and a $25 one. You can add as many of those, you know, increments that you would like. And then as they appear on the phone, they are separate, I guess you would call them products. So you don't have to redeem all of them at the same time. They can be redeemed at separate times.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great question.
All right. I think this one's me, Ashley.
Okay.
So just to kind of give an overview of why we see this online marketplace as a benefit to all of our partners, there is absolutely no cost to participate to you. We have worked with Bandwango through the end of 2020. They will be waiving any of their fees associated with the sale of any kind of gift card or advance admission through this program. In addition, when we talked to Director Durham and kind of explained this program to her, she committed that we would cover all of the credit card processing fees from IEDA. So, and through the end of 2020, if you want to dip a toe into this kind of digital transaction and marketplace, there's absolutely no cost to you to participate. We also recognize the immediacy of what we need to do. So the sign up is going to be fairly quick, but we think that's good. Our goal is to have all of our first wave of signups done at the end of next week, and then you will start working with the Bandwango merchant team the week of May 11th. Ideally, we launch this around Memorial Day, June 1st-ish. So hopefully we will be able to start getting those, doing some promotion of it and getting you some sales and cash flow starting in June. We are going to commit to putting lots of paid promotion behind this on social and digital. And really, the biggest benefit is that this will help encourage visitation later this summer when it is safe. Any businesses that sign up, you'll be represented in a statewide marketplace. So we'll be able to, and I believe, we haven't talked about this yet, Ashley, but I believe there are search filters that can be incorporated into the system, where if you're looking for something in a certain area or a restaurant or a attraction, we can do some search filtering, I believe. Yes?
Yes.
I thought so. The other benefit to this is that these purchases can also be sent as gifts. And just from a personal experience, my sister lives in Salt Lake City, so I was able to use the Bandwango platform to purchase a couple of restaurant gift cards for her. And it said, who do you want this to be sent to as a gift? And she got it immediately, and I got a receipt immediately. So it really does work very, very well from a gift giving perspective as well. These are kind of the focused industries that we are going to work on setting up through this system. Again, attractions, museums, zoos, aquariums, wineries, breweries, distilleries, restaurants, boutique hotels, B&Bs, vacation rentals, campgrounds, cabins. We really wanted to focus a lot on the tourism experience areas. So this is where we're going to focus initially. If you do not see your industry or your vertical represented here, that doesn't mean you won't be included. We'll work with you on a one-on-one basis. This is just where we kind of wanted to start building out the platform. All right, Ashley, I think this is back to you, and you may have already explained some of this, but.
Yeah, sometimes I do that. Yeah, this is just another kind of visual of how it actually looks on the digital phone. One of the highlights that our system also offers is a lot of real-time relevant information about the merchants that are participating in one of our initiatives. So you'll see, this location in Salt Lake City, you have your phone, you have the mapping information, you have their website information about them right at the tip of your, hand. That made no sense, but just please go with it. And then, of course, we talked about this, the kind of different cohorts of the gift cards or the admission voucher, depending on what your business is. And I know that's part of the follow-up kind of sign up to participate questionnaire that Amy will be sending out afterwards. But if you ever do have any confusion, of course, once you initiate, note that you want to be a part of the system through that form, our merchant services team can also help you figure out what that offer is going to be if there's any confusion about that. So I think we can move on to redemption, I believe is the next slide. Yeah. And so, part of the data that we collect is not just sales data, but also redemption data. So even on our free savings passes that we do, they're different than a coupon because we can implement this redemption system. And if it's followed properly, we can provide really good information back to our merchant partners about who visited them, what offer was used, when they came as opposed to when they signed up for their pass, et cetera, et cetera. And so this is really that second part of the data that we really strive to collect and provide to our partners because it shows, return on investment for these types of programs. And it really can show the merchants that, there is benefit to participating to these, which I think sometimes isn't always recognized with some other formats. And then, so this is just a standard voucher redemption system on our mobile phone here. You'll see that there's a redeem button. And when you go into it, that's really the quote unquote ticket. And it shows gift card $10, tap to select. And then on the last image, it says one successful redemption. So this is automatically gone into our backend system reporting system, showing that redemption took place. It's time-stamped so that someone can't come back and try to use this gift card again, because if they presented this to your staff to receive that $10 value, you could obviously see that it was, redeemed previously on that timestamp. And so in this process, if somebody buys the gift card and they come to your location, they will present this pass. We ask that you do go through with the redemption data because it just helps to make all of this programming and the reporting to various stakeholders more robust. And our merchant services team will also provide you with a one-pager that shows this process very clearly that you can share with your staff so that if a visitor or a local, they come in to use their gift card, they're not being met with blank stares or question marks because we want them to make them feel good about their purchase as well. So we feel that this is a pretty simple redemption process and we, really see good results with it that we can then share with our partners.
All right, so next steps. Hopefully that got you guys excited about trying out this new system. Next steps, we're going to be gathering individual businesses. You must express interest to us by completing an interest form. We will be sending that out via email after this meeting. It'll be on our industry partners page. And if someone can add that, I don't think anyone has the link. After I stop sharing my screen, I will put that into the chat and then you can access it that way. But it's a really simple form, basically just asking your contact information, what type of business are you interested in gift cards or advance admission passes. We're going to be collecting that information until next Friday, May 8th at 3 p.m. At that point, we're going to take that hopefully large list of entities and send that over to the Bandwango team. And then the week of May 11th, they will be contacting you on an individual basis to go through how to set up your program, which is, I believe, this slide.
Yes, Yes. So as we mentioned a few times, we have a whole team that is experienced with onboarding merchants for these different types of use cases with our platform. So someone from our team will get in touch with you after they've been passed along by Katie and Amy, after you initially reach out about being interested. And then what we require from you all to participate is either provide assets like images or the description of your business, or we can also source those from your website if you are willing to have us just do that. It might be a little bit easier. We use that to build the path that I showed you previously with, images, and then we also pull all of that real-time relevant information from the Google API. So as long as your business information is in Google, we can get your address, phone number, et cetera, et cetera. And then because this is a paid kind of experience marketplace, we do have a merchant agreement that we require to be filled out and signed because there's going to be money changing hands. And that agreement is between Bandwango, Travel Iowa, and then also your individual business. And so that is sent via a secure online signature system called PandaDoc. And then we also, after that's completed, we build your gift card or advanced admission product on the web page. We get back in touch with you. We have you review it. And then we also provide you with those materials I discussed about the redemption system to ensure that happens. And then part of this process as well is getting your W-9 information for your business so that if we do hopefully sell experiences and gift cards, we can pay you. We can either pay by check or direct deposit. And then this is the other important part, is that we pay for purchases that were made in the previous month. So if we launch this at the beginning of June, we will pay you within the first week of July for any purchases that were made that month. So that is our system that we follow with that. And I think pretty simple, but there is a little bit of work on y'all's end to make sure that, the agreement is signed and returned to us. We are representing your business as you want to be represented, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, I believe that was it. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we're going to go back to Teams. And I think at this point, if anybody has questions, we can go ahead and try to answer them.
Amy, we had a few in the chat, so why don't we start there? I think Katie might have answered Travis's question, but just for the larger group who isn't maybe following along in the chat, can they offer both gift cards and admissions, or do they need to choose one or the other?
Ashley, I'll let you answer that one.
Yeah, my initial reaction to that is it would probably fit into one or the other, but not knowing the type of business that you're representing, it's hard to make that blanket statement. And I think that's just something during the merchant onboarding process, we would work with you to figure out if our type of a gift card makes sense for your business as well.
I think the form that we're sending out, you have to choose one or the other. But certainly, when you get in touch with the merchant services team, you can work through that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's always variability with these processes, that inevitably pop up in these types of specific situations.
Okay, another question. Can the gift certificate be emailed if someone isn't comfortable with cell phone redemption?
Yes. So to answer that question, we don't necessarily make cell phone mandatory, so they can always receive their pass, their gift card via their email, and then they'll click that link to be taken to that mobile optimized website. We also have the ability to print the vouchers. So Amy and Katie, I don't think that's something that we have discussed. But if we want to turn on that feature for print at home vouchers, we can certainly do that as well. If somebody doesn't have a smartphone, that still happens nowadays. So.
Okay, what is the expiration date on the gift cards?
On the gift cards, legally, there has to be a 5-year validity date from the date of purchase. So that's just pretty much standard gift card law, and we looked it up in IO as well. So you would have to be willing to honor the gift card for at least 5 years. The reason for the admission vouchers we went that way is there's that one is only a year because those laws are less stringent. And I will clarify that the agreement for this will be through the end of the year. So they'll only be promoted and sold, at least in this initial wave, through the end of the year. But then, of course, the validity still stands. So.
I think this question is really trying to get what's the best way to share with their members. If they're a CVB, what's the best way to share this opportunity with their members?
I just added the interest form into the chat, and that is probably the best way to send things out. You can certainly share this presentation once we have it posted. And if they have questions, they can contact me or Katie.
Then what are the credit card fees after 2020? Will the businesses be responsible for those?
The agreement that you will be signing will be through the end of 2020. So I believe at that point we can revisit. Ashley, do you want to talk about what your typical fees are?
Yeah, for sure. So the standard credit card fee, we use Stripe. That's 2.9% of the sale price and then 30 cents for each transaction. We do have a fee for paid experiences that is part of our contract with our clients, and that is 10% of each transaction. And what goes into that is the credit card fee is included in that normally. So the rest of it goes towards our costs for, platform maintenance. We handle all of the accounting and the payments, so that contributes to those services as well. So that's more just like a fee for operating the platform and participating. But as they've said, we've waived all of those for the rest of 2020 because we want to be good partners in this coronavirus recovery as well.
And just to also add to that and clarify, there is also a licensing fee that IEDA pays and will continue to pay. We will not pass that cost on.
Okay, I think one other question in the chat, communities could sign up as many as we wish for attractions, eateries, or boutique hotels. And again, when do they go live?
Yes, we will take any and all businesses that we can get. And our goal go live is the week of Memorial Day and around June 1st.
Okay, I think that's all I see in the current chat, but continue to drop them in there if you'd like, or unmute yourself and ask.
We explained things very well.
Okay, well, again, this information, we're going to be posting it on our industry pages, on traveliowa.com, on the COVID resource page. I had said earlier there'd be an email sent out on Friday. That is true. That'll be our eTraveler. However, you will be getting an additional email shortly following this presentation with the link to the presentation, the link to the JOT form, the presentation PDF of the slides. So we will have all of that information at your fingertips to share with your constituents, because we want to make sure that this is an opportunity that they can take advantage of, a free opportunity to get some money in their hands while we are promoting Dream Now, Visit Later.
But wait, there are more questions.
There are more questions.
Yay!
So the question is, you can't carry a balance on the gift cards. So if you bought a $25 gift card and you only made a $10 purchase, you would lose $15. So really what you want people to do is spend $26 or more.
Yes.
Yeah, or buy the $10 gift card. That's and I think too on our Salt Lake gift card, we make that very clear in the instructions. I know people don't always follow the instructions, but we will make it very clear that these are only single-use values.
I'm gonna share the link to Salt Lakes in our chat as well, just so if people wanted to take a look online of what that is. I'll just be 1 second on that one.
There's a question about whether non-boutique hotels could participate.
Ashley, do you want to take that one?
In what sense?
I think they're asking like chain hotels and things like that. Can they participate?
Yeah, in terms of that, I think if it's a gift card, I think then yeah, they can. As long as it's okay with you guys, I don't see why not. We just, you know, you have to. I know that with corporate brand.com kind of hotels, there can be, you know, other restrictions or legalities, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that would just be on you guys to navigate how you can handle this process with the hotels.
Yeah, our
With yourselves,
kind of approach
basically.
to it, our approach to it was there are a lot of online sales for hotels already, especially those chain hotels. So we would prefer to work with the more boutique hotels and smaller entities to help them get business.
There's also a question in here about whether a news release will be coming, and yes, probably will, and we'll do some media interviews around it as well.
And just one other thing to add, as somebody who has gone through the purchase process through the Salt Lake City website, it's super easy, very, very, very simple. I just selected exactly what I wanted, put in my payment information. And again, it was almost immediate that I got a text and an email that said, here's your pass, here's how to redeem it. And it did definitely have those instructions of this is a one-time use gift card, must be used in one visit. It's just super, super easy.
We've cleared the question queue again. So.
Very good. Any other last questions, anybody?
Oh.
Michael Moraine's asking if DCA can share it in their newsletter tomorrow.
Yes, I think that's fine. Absolutely. Again, I just want to say thank you to Bandwango and Ashley for being very flexible with us as we kind of start figuring out this kind of new business model for them, really, and get something set up that is relatively new. Again, please be flexible with us. Give us some grace. We're all kind of learning as we go on this new platform and system, but we do think it will absolutely benefit those attractions and entities out there that are looking to get some cash flow now. All righty. Katie, we'll turn it over to you to kind of close us out.
Sounds perfect. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this Wednesday's tourism forum. These have been nice. I've really enjoyed them, to be able to get to see some faces and talk to some people, so I'm not all alone. So thank you for joining us. This, again, I'll reiterate it again, this information will be on our industry partners resource pages. It will be in an email that I will send out right after this, once I get the video back. That may take some time. And then also I'll reiterate it in the e-newsletter on Friday. So if you are not getting those email communications from me, please, especially after the one I'll send out this afternoon, please let me know so I can figure out what is going on with our email system. So with that, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and we will talk soon.